Let's pull 3 cards for your day today, Friday, March 20th. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck today. The first card is the Two of Cups, but it's reversed. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but this relationship that you're fantasizing about is not what it seems. There is some kind of deception happening here. Although deception is a strong word, it could just be that you're projecting your own goodness onto this other person, and it's just in the getting to know someone stages, and this is a natural pattern of projection that good, whole, healthy people sometimes do with people who are less than that, because we have this habit of filling in their blanks with our own goodness, our own honesty, our own integrity, our own willingness to pursue relationship out of good faith. And not everybody really deserves that, but we really want to believe, that they do. This is laudable. We're always seeing the good in other people, but sometimes it's not in our best interest. So I'm probably not going to get a lot of likes on this because nobody wants to hear this. We had the word limerence the other day. Make sure that's not what's happening here, or if it is, be willing to confront that honestly and ask yourself, is that what I'm really doing? What is the truth of this person? And don't leap before you really know what that truth is. But let's see what the following cards have to say about all this. Okay, and the second card gives us the Hierophant. Well, that is very curious because we had the Hierophant a couple of days ago, except he was reversed. And it really feels to me like this is a repeat of the same reading we had, I'm pretty sure it was the day before yesterday, where I was talking about limerence and false gurus. So the Hierophant is a keeper of spiritual tradition. It could be a spiritual teacher. He's kind of like a spiritual librarian, a keeper of structures. As you'll see, he kind of holds the keys to the library or the keys to the kingdom here. So this really kind of resonates with the idea that there may be a false guru in your life, and that's where this limerence is coming into play. And I have to be really careful here not to project too much of my own experience on this, because I have had a situation like that in my life where I was mesmerized and enthralled by a teacher who was not completely what they seemed to be. So if you're working, especially one-on-one with a spiritual teacher, just be very careful of that. This person may have legitimate spiritual lineage experience. They may have a genuine connection to the divine. They may be wonderful at transmission from the divine, from the Logos towards students, but at the same time they can have some very human flaws that are in play, and that's what we have to watch out for. It's almost like very gifted teachers can be two different people. In spiritual teaching, they're phenomenal, they're brilliant, they're fantastic, but behind the scenes there may be some very human flaws or some shadows that they personally have not dealt with, and until that happens, they are not to be 100% trusted with your soul's well-being, let's put it that way. Third card ought to give us a little bit more insight into this whole dilemma. And the third card gives us the Four of Wands, or the Four of Rods in this Morgan Greer deck, and it's upright. This is a really heartwarming card in the context of this spread. This tells me that whatever's going on with you and this other person, whatever the dynamics are between you, you already have your structures in place. You already have created your own spiritual space, your own understanding of how those concepts relate to your own life and to the world around you as you experience it. So it's like this garland that tops these 4 posts is blessing or marking the fact that you've instilled all of this wisdom into yourself, and you've built a container for your divine true nature already. You already have your own castle, your own home that's protected by these things. So whoever this person is can't really lead you astray unless you allow that, unless you lose sight of the fact that you have this home already, that heaven is already within you, and you can return there and dwell there anytime you like. So don't be outsourcing your spiritual authority to this other person, whoever they might be. Trust that you've built something sturdy, it's protected, it's up on this rock, it's got beauty surrounding it, and it may be time to step out of this mentor-mentee relationship, however that's playing out for you. It may be time to step out on your own because you have everything you need already, and sometimes I think there's a tendency to, once we've experienced the thrill of being around a very gifted teacher, there's this feeling that we have to rely on them, that we have to be tethered to them forever. But there is a very definite graduation point where we realize that, oh, they were human all along, and I've got this now, and it's time for me to step out, step forth on my own. There's that saying that when the student is ready, the teacher appears. There's another saying that when the student is really ready, the teacher disappears. So it may be time for your teacher to disappear. I don't know. You be the judge of that, but hopefully this gives you some stuff to think about today as regards this relationship, this person in your life. Like, follow, and share. Let me know if any of this resonates in the comments below, and see you tomorrow.